Bro, it is warm as hell. Thank God I didn't bring my coat. It feels so good outside. I don't even gonna lie. Today's video is going to be on destinations and the importance of having a destination. It looks so nice. But outside lovely. Actually, no, I don't got on this heavy ass coat, bro, holding me down. I feel so light. Thumbnail action. But it's fucking bright as fucking lines, bro. We're gonna talk about having a clear destination and the importance of having a destination. So, yeah. Being able to go from generally point A to point B with anything that you do in terms of like a goal or like an aspiration or anything that you want is extremely important. The importance from going from point A to point B and having a clear-cut destination on what you want to do or where you want to go is extremely important, because if you don't like set that, other people, bro, New York is loud as fuck. Yeah, but if you clearly don't set a destination, you'll clearly just waste either years or like a lot of time just doing nothing, or other people will set like your own destination, if that makes sense. Yeah, so basically if you don't like make your own destination with like your own route and goals, people will just make that for you. And I'll bring up examples, and I'll bring up like my own personal experience with that, like overall. So the importance of a destination is to go from point A to B. And if you don't make that for yourself and you're not clear-cut and you compromise on that destination, right? Other people will lead you in different routes, and then it'll kind of like ruin your life, or you'll just wonder, you'll just waste a bunch of time. All right, so like let's say just in general, like you're working a regular job, right? Because you want money, you're in like survival mode, you got bills to pay and like shit to like generally take care of, right? So you end up working this job so you can take care of that, and you're just like in like survival mode from that point on. It makes sense for you to do this, but you have to have a clear intention on like what you're using like the money for and what is this exactly for. Because what happens is you end up changing your destination entirely because of like the money that they're offering you. So it's like, yeah, like you could be working at this job because you need the money, you need bills to pay, you have expenses, and then all of a sudden they're offering you like positions, and then you have to like compromise on like a lot of things that you want to do, and like you just forget about your own personal goals and your own destination because they're offering you like a promotion or like a position. Like another thing about it too is just like life just generally happening. Like people can get into like relationships with like a girl, and then she wants a different aspect. People can have like kids, people can lose a loved one, and then they end up compromising. No, life just happens and they have to pivot. So currently I think I'll share like 2 personal experiences of like times where it's just like people or things happen where it tried to like change my destination, So the first one, I was like doing vlogs and like just outside talking to people, because usually I would just be outside chilling talking to people, and then I met this man, and then he was like from like a company. It was like a e-commerce network marketing agency, right? So it's basically like an MLM pyramid scheme type of like recruitment business. Basically, it's like a network like marketing agency thing where we're just, so like the goal is to like recruit people and like talk to them and have them invest in the company and have them bring more people on. So it's like it's like a bit of like a pyramid scheme type business. So the thing about it is I met him within like a week or 2 weeks ago, right? We talk about it. I have no idea what like this type of business is. So I don't know what it is yet. So it's like I'm just asking him questions, and then he's looking at it like, all right, I'm opening an opportunity for this person. It's like, yeah, I'm just looking because I like to hear people out. I like to see like what they have to say. You know, do they actually have an opportunity? You know, I just talk to people, right? I'm an open person to talk to, right? So after having a conversation, I noticed like an event was coming up. Within like 2 weeks of me knowing him, I'm taking like a whole car ride trip to Baltimore, and we're going to like this BWW event, right? Yeah, we traveled to this event, and I like experiences. I experienced like the whole event, because I can make a whole video separate on this, but I kind of want to summarize it because I'm like still outside. But the general aspect of it all was, I went to the event and I realized, bro, they're selling like a lot of motivation and doing like this. And I could have joined that team and done that as well. But then I would have no time to focus on music production or other aspects of my life, like with the free time that I have, because all my time would be spent within the company, right? And so it would take me down a completely different direction in life, because I'm pursuing this money for like, what, 10K a month? Is like the end goal, and this is like after you like recruit people, but that's just an aspect of a different destination where it's just like, yeah, people can pivot you to like different paths in life if you're willing. You know, like sometimes it's beneficial, but and most times it's just you have to like remain focused and know exactly whatever it is that you want out of it. Okay. Was a sales job, right? So just in general, I used to sell like Verizon, and mostly I like, usually everything I do is like extremely like intentional, right? So it's usually like a cause and effect. There's a reason why I do this, right? So the reason why I specifically got a sales job was because I wanted to generally just learn how to like talk and have like engaging conversations with just random people, because it helps with like the general content that I'm doing now. Now where like I'm just outside, I'm talking to people, and it's like I learned that through sales. So that was like the intention. So like, let's say the destination for me would be to like learn sales and get extremely good at sales, where I'm just talking to people and just, you know, making a random conversation, even though I don't even want to like sell to people now when I'm just outside just talking to people. But just the conversational aspects parts where I was just talking to people, the destination was to improve at sales, right? And the company I was working for they wanted me to generally make like a team. So it was to learn sales, right? Like that's what they was going to teach me. Make a team and then travel to different places like Massachusetts and Florida and help them expand, right? Now, had I did that, no, I did that, but when I was doing that, it was like I wanted to learn sales, and I was like head set on learning sales. So I've invested like, I would work there for like 8 hours, but since like the job was in like Manhattan, we were traveling to like Staten Island and doing all this, commuting was like an extra hour there and back. So it would take me 2 hours commuting. So with the 8-hour shift, it was like I was working 10 hours a day just trying to improve at sales and just generally learning how to talk to people, right? So it came to a point where I got good at it, and then for it to go further, like let's say even at like the corporate business, it was like, now, all right, you have to go make a team, and now you have to go teach people what we taught you, and then make a team and then go travel out to Florida and do like this. They'll pay for like the first month or two. And it's like you can kind of compromise a lot of your goals for like a company. And it's like they pay you like, you know, like the pay is good. I'm not gonna lie, the pay was good. And you can like compromise a lot of like your own personal, cause it's just like at that point it's just like, where was I going? Like, what was the direction of my life? What destination am I going to? Because all I cared for was to learn sales. Why am I traveling to Florida doing all this extra shit just for like money? You know, like, is it worth all of the time that I'm giving into? And it's just like, I've noticed that, like, had I listened, you know, it would have probably been, I probably would have been in Florida doing like this, wearing like a suit and tie, probably making like a decent, not because like after taxes, but it's just like showing how like doing this, or like how life happening where I'm working a regular job and it just alters like my entire destination, and it's just because of money. So like I guess like money not changing me and me being like dead focused on the things I generally want while being like extremely intentional helps. But yeah, almost by Central Park. But New York, springtime is fucking godlike. I'm going with this. Yo, isn't it insane? I made a whole video walking around New York about having like destinations when I clearly didn't even have a destination. Like, well, like where am I going with this? But it's like I made a whole video about the importance of having a destination while walking around New York not having a destination. But the clear intention was the intention of actually having like a destination in life. Isn't that crazy?